Hi everyone and welcome back. Thanks for coming along again today. Something a little different today. I have had this Archer and Olive daily agenda for quite some time. I got it last year and I've done a complete walkthrough of it here on YouTube. It's a daily agenda, a 12-month book of plans, and you can see the artist who makes the journal has done these beautiful floral paintings that she's put onto the cover, and they are just gorgeous. So when I got this one, it was with a friend who got the black version, so if you have a look at that video, and I will try to remember to link it below, you'll be able to see the black version as well, which is also gorgeous. It's stunning. So I got this journal because it has a monthly layout, so you can see here, undated, and then the month is then followed by the weeks for that month. So it contains the month within a little section, and so you can have all of January, all of February together, etc. So that's great, but as you probably know if you watch my channel, I already have my planning stuff all in this Kiki K personal size, there she is, and also the B6 planner that lives at home on my desk. So I thought, what can I use this for? Now at the same time I've been thinking about starting up a creative journal, which is what I'm going to do today, and I have a few options, so I've just chucked these out here. This is my very first TN that I bought a million years ago. It's a fabric dory. I'm just trying to remember the name of the shop. The shop doesn't exist anymore, but it's so pretty. Inside is a different coloured fabric, so you can see these beautiful rain clouds on the front, and then this really bright spotty interior. And then I have some books in here from another local store here in Australia, and I can't remember her. Oh, Zoe Ingram. She doesn't do them anymore, unfortunately. These were lined. This is hers as well, I think, also lined. And this was a dot version that I just used to do some crazy hand lettering in just when I was first practicing. And then this one came with the dory as well. So I can't even remember what's in here actually. So I used it for journaling way back then. So that was an option. And then the other one is the Kiki K TN as well. So it's exactly the same as the other dory. I think it's a wiki dory. But this one is the Kiki K version, and I've got the Kiki K pages in here. Again, journaling in one of them. One's blank for lettering, and then this one has the gratitude insert that came with the TN. So those are great, but I find the size, the slim, kind of limiting, I guess. So then of course I have my Foxy Fix, which has been sitting in the cupboard forever. I kind of don't use it. You can tell actually here on the front it's been sitting for so long that these little charms have started to dent the leather. So I have this set up. There's some fairly personal stuff in here. Like I did some journaling in here. I did one little word in this first section, but I didn't even make the first month because I'm a slacker. The second section is a journaling section, but super private, so I'll keep that to the side. And then this third section I was using for some work I was doing freelance. And then the last section is Tomo River paper, and I was just doing pen swatches in here. So I love this. The colour's gorgeous. It's a sugar mochi, in case any of you were wondering, with the pink elastics. But I find it a bit chunky. I guess for me TNs are a bit tricky because I find I really have to take the inserts out to write in them. I find it difficult to write in them when they're in here. I will give it another go. So if you haven't seen Ashley's latest video, she set up a B6 TN as a social media planner, and it looks awesome. So I'll link that video below. She made it look fabulous, and maybe I could do something similar with this one. Not sure. She's inspired me to think about it at least. So what I settled on in the end, as you can tell by this video, is this Archer and Olive, which is very different, right, to a planner or to those TNs. It's a structured book, it's hardbound, and it's stitched, which means it does technically lay flat. But what I do love about this book is that it has very thick paper. So it's 160 GSM paper and handles watercolor very well. Another YouTuber that I've been binging lately is Jan Plans Things, another Aussie, and she does the most beautiful watercolor in her, well, all of her journals, but she did test out the Archer and Olive paper and found it to be fabulous for that as well. So what I'm doing today is setting this up. I'm going to start 1st of April, and you know, I'd love to make this go for the whole year. We always have those plans, don't we? But that's the plan. We'll see what happens. I have just some bits and pieces that I've been playing with here, my list of things that are coming up, and just playing around with some lettering. So I'm going to start with this for April. I'll just show you the front of the journal. I'd love to do some decorating in here, which I probably won't do today because I haven't really planned for that. What I have done is gone through and done some lettering in pencil that I'm going to just fill in. So just my name on the front. We then have this yearly overview page, and I've just penciled in the months, just the first three letters of each month. Please forgive my voice. I have had a coldy flu thing for a couple of weeks, and I'm just kind of getting out of it now. So I was just going to use this almost like a future planning kind of thing. That's why I have this page of kind of notes of what I'm doing. But these boxes are too small, I think, to do that in. I think what I'll do is have post-its in the pages if I'm going to be looking at future things. But this is going to be memory keeping. I wanted to use this as a journal, journaling each day in the weekly, the daily boxes, and put pictures and things like that in. So what I thought I would do is make this a mood tracker for the year. Now, mood trackers are kind of all the rage a little while ago, and I did a little search on Instagram, and they seem to be pretty popular now as well. But I really like the idea, so I've mapped out 9 moods. So apparently I'm quite moody. 9 things that I wanted to track in here, and we'll see how we go. I'm just going to use my mild liners to, I think, probably just use the most predominant mood of the day rather than multiple for one day. We'll see how it goes. I really like that it has the dates down the side, 1 through 31 on both sides, so that you don't have to kind of make your way across. So heading into the first month, which is actually April, I've just penciled in the days of the week at the top and the dates as well, and then I've done a bit of pencil lettering at the bottom here. So that's what I'm going to do today, is just fill all that in. So instead of talking, I might dive in. What I've got with me today are my Pitt Artist pens, all 4 in the pack, and I've got 2 microns, an 01 and an 02, which I use all the time. So I'm going to outline my name, and I think for the front page I'm just going to do it in black, and also I'll fill it in with a darker one. So I'm just going to go with the 01 for now, just to fill this out. So I've got a huge number of actual brush pens, which I could be using for this, but my brush lettering is just not up to scratch. And I really, I started bullet journaling a long time ago, and I learnt this faux calligraphy then, and it served me well. It was kind of easy to do, and it kind of looks really nice, I think. So I thought I'm going to stick with that. Plus, I like the look of having, like it is now with the blank, not filled in, if you know what I mean. I think that can look really cool. So I think I will fill in this one, my name. But for the April, I'm going to fill in with a colour. And of course, if you know me well, you know that colour is going to be pink. But I think my plan will be to try something different each month. I might stick with a theme for the month. I am a bit matchy-matchy, as you probably know. So I do plan on having the same theme throughout the month. Whether that's just the colour or the type of deco that I use or whatever. So there we go. Pretty simple, but I'm deciding whether to fill it in or not. I think I will. Yeah, I'm going to. Let's just do it. You know me, these days I'm just trying to commit to things. So I'm going to use the medium Pitt Artist pen here just to fill in these downstrokes, if you like. So tell me in the comments whether you're an awesome calligrapher or if you're good at the faux-ligraphy like me. I have a friend who is a fabulous calligrapher, but she really struggles with doing this faux-ligraphy, in fact, which I find a bit weird because this is such a kind of cheats way of doing it, and you can get quite nice results from something fairly simple. And there we go. So that's just my name there in this faux-ligraphy, and I've just got a couple of things I wanted to put on this front page to jazz it up. I have a little pile of die cuts here that I've had forever. I think I got all the flowery ones from just a pack at Spotlight or somewhere. All of these little flowers. And then there's, so that it's in these pinks, turquoise and yellow, which are all quite fun. But I also have this Kate Spade and a couple of Tickle Pink planning ones, and then these beautiful ones by Cassidy Lynn. Those are quite lovely. And it's some of these that I was going to use here, but I seem to have misplaced the one that I wanted to use. So I'll just put these to the side. In the back of the planner there's a pocket, and I have put some other things in here. But these are very Easter related, so I'm going to use those inside of my April spread. So for now, I might just pause for a moment while I go and find those other flowers. Right, they were right next to me. So I got this kit by Cassidy Lynn. Here's her name here. Quite some time ago, and yeah, it came with these die cuts here. So I wanted to use a couple of those on the front. I had originally thought about using the big one and placing that over the center there with my name in it, but it's a little bit too small. I didn't really fancy whiting anything out. So what I wanted to do instead was use this one almost like a flower crown at the top there. And then I'll decide whether I want to add any of the others as well. And while I'm here, in my little stash of things over here, you know me, I like my leftover sticker kits. I have this beautiful one here from Planner Press. I think it's called, no, it's not called Blush. I can't remember what it's called now. I've forgotten. But it's still available actually on the website. So I just thought I'd put that at the bottom because it's super cute. So I'm going to, I don't not want to glue this down because I may want to take it out at some point. So I'm going to washi it for now. And I did mean to bring out some old washi that I don't really care for so much, but I forgot. So I'm just going to use just this Kaisercraft one that's got hello written on it. I just want a couple of little pieces so it's not going to hurt. So I'm just going to stick this to the back of the die cut for now. I should check, but I wondered if this planner glue pen might be able to be, you know, to lift these things up. I might be able to lift up or not, I'm not sure. So since I'm not sure, I'm going to just use my washi and pop that on there. And then I'm going to put this one down here. So I've got to try and get it centered and neat. In fact, I'm going to be a bit of a nerd and measure it, because why not? So my sticker is 8 centimeters and this is 13.5. So I'm just going to go do some math. I'll be right back. Alright, I've done my bit of math and I worked out that I just needed it to be 2.75 centimeters in from each end. So I've put some little pencil dots there, and now I'll just go ahead and get it around about in that spot. Now the bottom of the page is slightly crooked because of the laying flat elsewhere. Okay, so it's going to go about there. Alright. Oh, I think that looks pretty. And I may put something else here later as well. So I'm just going to move these die cuts out of my way for the moment, and these pens, and move on to our yearly overview. I'm super excited about this whole mood tracker idea. I'm not quite sure why, but I just find it fascinating. So I'm just going to write in the days, the month names, and I'm just going to use my micron because it is my favourite. And I've just misplaced my other micron. Oh, there it is, back in the pencil case. I'm so used to putting them back in there. I gathered them all out for today. So I've gone with uppercase across here. I guess that's what I'll stick with. I think that probably makes the most sense. Alright, I forgot I was still recording then. I thought I had turned it off. So apparently I'm going to give you a time lapse of this happening. So the next thing would be to record what my moods are going to be, so the different colours, these 9 colours that I've got here, and I have them all mapped out on my phone in the Notes app. But I think what I might do is actually make a little tip in to go on the side here, or maybe this side, whatever side. I think that will make more sense, because otherwise I've got to try and fit 9 colours up here, and I don't think that's going to happen. So I think what I will do is make a little tip in, whether it sits on this cover here. I think it might actually, and I've got just the thing. I'll go grab it. Okay, I'm back. So I've got this gorgeous little card that I got from a creative pack from Ellie Beth Designs UK. So it's these little mermaid unicorns, and you can see this gold glitter tape that I've put down the side. I actually had used this as a tip in one of my planners. So I had some stuff on the back, and you can see by taking it off I've torn the back of the paper. But that's okay, because I wanted to cover it with this piece of grid paper that I've just cut to size anyway. And show you, this is Kiki K grid paper. So I'm just going to glue that to the back of this card, and then I'm going to put in all my crazy moods. Incidentally, one of them is not crazy. That's interesting, because I am a bit pretty sometimes. I think we can all be a bit that way sometimes, can't we? It's our prerogative. So I'll just place this on here. Let me try and center it a little better. Keeping in mind that way is up. So that is that. So I'm going to put the 9 colours on here. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I've got 15 lines. So if I wanted to have this as my last one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then I've got room up here to write. So there's plenty of room. So I'm going to, I'm just going to write in pencil for now, like I have been doing, and I'll come back and fill it in. So I'm just going to write. Good thing is if I mess this up, I can just take this bit of paper off and do it again. So I'm just writing mood in uppercase letters, and then I'm doing tracker in the foligraphy that I'm doing in this planner as it turns out. So there it is, just in normal cursive. Just zoom you in a little on this, I guess. So just in normal cursive, and then I'm just going to go through and add in the downstrokes with this little pen, and then I'll come back with another pen and fill those in. So I'm sure you've seen this done plenty of times before, but wherever you would normally have a downstroke, we're just thickening it by adding another line. I might just use this pen actually, because I've made this, it's a bit smaller than my name was. Oh, this cold flu infection thing that I have a sinus infection alongside my silly old cold. It makes me kind of breathless, a little bit hard to breathe sometimes with this funny nose. So I apologise if I sound funny. So there we have mood tracker, and I'm pretty sure my mild liners tend to bleed with the black ink, so I'm just going to fill in the boxes down this page here. So and if I want to outline them later, I will. So I'm just going to, for the first instance, just colour them like so. So now I have to make sure I've got these mild liners in a spot where I can access them regularly, don't I? Because I'm going to be doing this daily. They've just been sitting in this little Kiki K, what do we call this thing? It's kind of like just a stationery holder, I guess. It's been sitting in there for quite a while. I just grab one when I need one, but I'm going to get into this creative journaling and doing it daily. And I've just filled out the year in this planner, so I have to commit to a year now. Wow, that orange is super fluoro, isn't it? I expect the yellow will be as well. I did contemplate using my Tombos for this, but I just feel like the mild liners are more easily, the colours are more easily discernible from each other. The Tombos I find very difficult. I've got to remember the numbers to know which one I need. Whereas with the mild liners, I can just go, okay, yep, I need the turquoise one, and grab it. So it's going to make for an interesting spread in the end if I manage to stick to this daily, isn't it? With all of these bright colours. Okay, that fills it out quite nicely. So I'll just come in and write my moods now. I'll use this 01 micron. So for the top one, purple, I'm going to say that is when I'm feeling loved and appreciated. Because we all need that in our lives. For pink, that's going to be happy and excited. Happy and or excited. Red is content and relaxed. Orange is productive and motivated. And perhaps that should have gone above the red, but it doesn't really matter. The colour is just the colour, isn't it? Yellow is just average. Okay, you know, there's days when you feel fine, like whatever, nothing's dramatic, but nothing's super exciting either. Now, I don't want to see a lot of green in my spread, but I think I might. Green is for overwhelmed or stressed, which I tend to get a little bit. Blue, turquoise is going to be angry, frustrated. Blue is sick or exhausted. And then grey for sad and upset. Now I can imagine that there'd be days where I'd be stressed and sad and upset, because the stress can lead to that by the end of the day. But I will just go with whatever kind of is the most predominant mood of the day, I think. Now, I'm going to just outline these boxes. I was going to use a ruler, but I've decided to try to be neat with freehand. It's not too bad. A little bit wobbly. Alright, so the turquoise and the blue are pretty close. I did test them beforehand on an envelope just to see, and they seemed okay, but that is a bit close, but that's okay. So what I'm imagining inside of my, it could either sit here, but I feel like that might be too much tape in the way, whereas if I put it here, there won't be so much drama with the tape. All I would have to make sure is that it would fold over okay. So I've brought just some Scotch tape with me in my little bunny holder, and this tape is not, it comes off pretty easily. So it doesn't have to be at the top either, it can be anywhere. I might just put it here, because then I can put maybe washi or something at the top there. Am I in frame? I'm not in frame, sorry guys. I'm trying to get better at being in frame, because I had a couple of videos recently where I was totally out, and I do apologise. So I'll just put this down like so. The tape is crooked there. Just trim that off, I think. It sticks up. Trying not to be a perfectionist. There we go, that's got it. So if I now close that up, that sits in there quite nicely. And then if I wanted to do my mood tracker, I just have that open. Oh, excellent. And I did want to just decorate the bottom of this, and I have here so I've got lots of rolls of washi here, and then I also have I'll just grab one stack. So I have 3 of these stacks. Sorry, 2. So I've got 6 in total. So 6 times 2. 3 times 2, good grief. So I can I brought all that washi with me, and that's kind of all my favourite washi's. I do have a few more, but these are the ones that I love the most. So I was thinking of using this cute little flower crown one from Tickle Pink Planning. And I'm going to, I think that is the one I want to use. So I'm just going to trim the end off because this has been kind of sitting around quite a bit. I'll just trim the end off there. I don't know if you can hear the snoring in the background, but my puppy is snoring. And you'll probably see her featured in some of the spreads in this journal, I suspect, because she's super cute, super photogenic, and we hang out together a lot, obviously. So I just put this on the bottom here just for a bit of something. Alrighty, that will do there for now, I think. I'm actually really looking forward to decorating this in some way as well. Maybe photos or a vision board or something like that. Alright, cool. So, I might have to write something across the top there. I'll have a think about that and come back to it. But I really want to dive into April because it looks like it's going to be fun. So, I have a spot at the top here to write the month, but as I said, I've put it down the bottom here. They've got this little grid section at the bottom. See, that's a grid. So I've put April in there instead, and I'm just going to put washi or something at the top here to cover that up. So I have my Tombow 673. This is my signature colour, if you like, and that's the one I'm going to fill in this with. So I think I showed you before, I did some practice runs. So I hand lettered this with a Tombow, this April here with a Tombow, and then this is one of the little Fudenosuke pens, and then this is my foligraphy, and I really like this one. I just think this one turned out the nicest. Tried lots of different options, but I really enjoy this kind of look. So that's what I'm going with for April. I could maybe try one of the others in another month. So I'm just going to go ahead and do the outline. Don't you love the way my speech just stops when I'm concentrating on this? Sorry guys, I can't talk and do this at the same time. Now for those of you in Melbourne or Sydney, I did a calligraphy course actually with Letter Me, the lovely Liz, and it was great. So that's how I learned how to do this kind of thing here. She was brilliant. I really enjoyed it. So at some point in this journal I want to kind of get back into doing that again, but for now I really wanted this kind of open look, and the only way you can get that is by drawing it out as we're doing here. So one thing to remember is to skip the downstroke if you're going to fill it in with colour, otherwise you'll have a line across there. So you kind of just have to estimate where that line has to be, and in fact if you do it with pencil first then you can draw through it quite easily. So there we have April, and then I've made a little attempt at numbers. I've never really done much with numbers before. I don't know if it looks good, but I'm okay with it. Now one thing I will say about being in a book instead of in my usual ring planner, with a ring planner I can take the pages out. And that's the reason I didn't like the TN, right? Because I had to take the book out every time. But actually, in the planner I have to do the same thing. But with the book, I've got this very thick book here to write on. So it's a bit tricky to get your hand around, but I manage. So the downstroke on the 9 is maybe a little thick, but it's okay. Again, not trying to be a perfectionist. So with my 01, I'm going to write the days of the week across the top, but I did want to fill in with the Tombow, so I might Tombow across first. Let's try this together, guys. So I'm worried about the pen bleeding. So if I was to write Monday and then Tombow over it, there is a bit of bleed there. But if I was to fill in with the Tombow first and then write Monday on top, it's totally fine. So if I bring that up closer, you can see this Monday the black is kind of fuzzy because it's been spread out by the ink of the Tombow, whereas this one, the black is very crisp. So I'm going to have to draw this on first, and hopefully I'll be able to rub out the pencil marks after it's all done. Why don't we try that too, hey? So if I type write Monday, go over it with my Tombow, even though I've just made the pencil go funny. Can I, let's dry that a bit, can I rub out the pencil? Not really, the pencil doesn't want to come off, so I'm going to get rid of it. I might just do it lightly so that I can sort of see it. Because I've tried to make, even though it doesn't really look it, I've tried to make these letters a bit blocky. A bit different to my normal writing. My normal writing's, well, it's a bit messy, as you can see. Alright, so I'm going to Tombow across here. And I'm not quite sure whether I want to fill in the whole box or just kind of make a little stroke. Decisions. I think I'm not going to do the whole box. I'm just going to do a stroke. Okay. Oh, that was bold. So I might let that dry off a little, and in the meantime I'm going to rub out the pencil marks here on my April 2019. I'm very excited for April. We've got a few things happening. Well, it's Easter for one, so that's nice, but also I'm going on vacation. Heading to Amsterdam for a couple of weeks holiday. And it's going to be a settle-in kind of holiday rather than do heaps of stuff kind of holiday. I'm staying with friends and we're just going to hang out and do some photography and things like that. So that should be lots and lots of fun. So I'm just going to fill in. I'm using the small point, the fine point of the Tombow to fill in the downstrokes. I wasn't going to. I was going to use the thick one and just kind of let it be a bit messy. But obviously I changed my mind without telling myself. Please tell me I'm not the only one who does that. Alright, so that's looking cute. This colour is one of my favourite colours. I just adore it. It's kind of, it's that Kiki K Thrive Pink Lavender colour, but a bit more vibrant, I guess. This colour of my little Tombow holder. I'm going to switch to the thick one because I've gone overboard with the 1 and the 9. I think the fine strokes, with the finer pen I mean, tend to be a little bit darker. So I'm just going to go over it all because I did kind of want that slightly messier look. like so. Alright, okay, I'm happy with that. I think that looks pretty. And now I'm just going to go in and write my days of the week at the top there. Now I've gone with Monday to Sunday because that's how my brain works. But given that it's undated, you could do whatever you wanted in this beautiful little journal. Alright, so there's my days of the week, and while I'm here I should just fill in the dates as well. Hesitating because wondering if I should colour those as well, but I don't think I will. I think I'm just going to leave them plain. I kind of want them to be a little bit unobtrusive. Do you find when you're doing things like this that the way you write numbers changes? For example, I rarely do a 7 with a cross through it or a 4 quite so triangular. But I find when I do this, I always put it like that. And also my 2, in real life, I do a 2 like that, but in planning situations, I always do it like that. It's funny the things that we do, isn't it? I just find it looks neater in my little brain. I just think it comes across as being a bit more clean. Okay, so there we have the dates done as well. And we've got this last couple here free and then this gap down here. So I'll just go through and get rid of these pencil marks. Alright, so as we know, April is the month of Easter, and so I wanted to put this beautiful girl from Tickle Pink Planning up the side here to signify Easter. I don't really want to do any notes or anything, I don't think, for the month, because this is not a planner, there's no goals or anything in here. This is more memory keeping and journaling than anything else. So she's going to go up the side here, and then I need some washi across the top. Now, one of my favourite washies of all time is this one from, I think it's from Hobby Hoppers here in Melbourne. It's Divine, and it does go very nicely with the spread. Lets me bring in the turquoise as well, which I think I want to do. So I'm thinking I'm putting that across the top there. And then down in this corner here, I am still deciding what to do here. Probably the same again, I suspect. Although these flowers would suit quite nicely. The colours would all go very well. That one, for example, would go nicely. It could go just there, because that leaves the 30th free. That looks good, I like that. So perhaps I could scatter these in. I've been wanting to use these for ages and haven't. So let's have a look. If I put this in here and we scatter some of these, maybe the smaller ones, even just these little tiny ones. Maybe pull in this darker green. No, I don't think I want anything too much in that corner, so maybe a smaller one. I've got these tiny pink ones as well. I think that's quite cute. I love this one, but it's probably a bit big. That would go there, and then I could cover up that 30, although I don't really want to cover up the 30. That could go there. No, not upside down. I think this one, because it's got the more pink in it as well. You know, I love my pink. And then at the top, let's see what we have here. Actually, I don't. Sorry guys, I just realised that we stopped recording. I'm not quite sure when. So I kind of have decided to pop these, my bunny love girl here because she's beautiful, and a couple of little flowers. I think that goes quite nicely. And then we've got our washi across the top as well. So I'm hoping that you didn't cut out ages before that. What I was saying next was if I put this washi all the way across the top, then perhaps I could find a skinny washi to layer over the top. Here is most of my skinny washes. I do have a couple more, but this is the most of them that I have. Let's see, I also have these little arrows up here. You can see those. And I have these little flags here as well. Those are very cute, that might work. And one more, I think. Yeah, there. I have this just like little dashes. Those are cute too. Alternatively, I do have the Simply Gilded Skinnies as well, which are both very sweet. So I think I'm going to start by putting down these bits, and I'm going to commit to glue because why not? I think I want this to be a permanent memory, and I'm really hopeful that I can stick with it. Can you guys be my accountability partners and make sure I do this? I really want to do it. I want to stick with it for a whole year. Might move you up just a squidge, little primrose. Tweezers are required. There we go. Just move you up like so. You're gorgeous. Now what I haven't figured out is how much bulk I can put in this planner. Now it does have the elastic closure, as you saw, this one here, but I really don't know how much that's going to mean to me. It is stitched, so that should allow for a bit of give, I think, but I don't know. So we're going to find out as the year goes on, because I do plan on putting at least one photo on each spread, but probably more, and maybe not just photos, you know, quotes and things I find that excite me or interest me. So it's going to get chunky. Well, I hope it's going to get chunky because I do love a chunky planner. Alright, that's looking pretty cute. Now this washi across the top. I'm just going to tear off the end because it's a bit funny, and put you across the top there. I'll cut in the center. And then start again on this side, except that's crooked. Ah, I hate crooked washi. And then when you peel it up, you always hurt the end of it. I may have to do this again. Yes, perfectionism. When it comes to something being on a line, I like it to be on the line. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I'm happy with that. Sorry if my head just went to the shot then. And then whether to continue across here or not, the other option would be to put just my Simply Gilded on this side. No, I think for consistency I want to use that one. So I'm going to tear the end of this one and then put it down right on that line as well. Interestingly, it seems like this line is printed slightly closer to the top than the other one. Alright, there's my April. I'm pretty happy with that. Now, the option was to put a bit of this Simply Gilded bow washi over the top. Oh, that's pretty cute. Let's do that. Just a little bit at the edge. If you've got it, why not use it, I say. Just tear my ends off. I like the torn end look. It can look really good and it can look really gross. Hopefully this one looks good. I'll put it over the end of this one, sticking out like so. Okay, that makes me very happy. Now the thing is whether to put in what I'm up to, which I think I will. Why not? I was going to pencil it in at first just to make sure I had everything right, but we are committing. Now for actual writing, I think I'm going to stick with my Muji, because my Muji just makes me happy. I'm going to zoom out a little so you get more in the frame. I really like how this is turning out, guys. I think it's super cute. And I can put something else here as well, which I haven't done yet, but I should. I will have a think about what that might be. It could be some Easter goodies from my little stash there. So I just want to mark in a couple of events that are happening and birthdays, but also the Easter weekend and my holiday. So skinny washi for the holiday and for the Easter. So I reckon I'm going to use that flag one that we saw earlier for the holiday. And actually it's a good colour for Easter as well. It's these little pastel flags. So my holiday starts on the 24th and then it's going into May. So I do want to go all the way across, and I will try to go across the fold, I think, for this one. So I'm going to put it right at the top, directly under the date. And like I said, I'll try for the fold. Yeah, this other page is printed higher, because when I put that across there, it doesn't quite meet the line. That's okay. I think I'd rather keep it straight. And I'll try the ruler to tear this off. I do have a washi card somewhere that someone gave me, and I can't remember where I put it. Oh, that is pretty cute. It's just coming up at the end there because it's been unstuck for a while. And I am going to put something on the end just to kind of signify that that's the start of something. Probably a little airplane sticker if I can find one. And then I just need 2 more days here for the 29th and 30th, even though we do head off into May, as I said. So I'll just put that down there. $29 and $30. All right, so it's 5:45 on Saturday evening here in Melbourne, and it has just come over very dark and stormy outside, so I may need to adjust the lighting shortly, but it looks okay for the moment. All right, I'm just going to turn you off for a minute while I find the bits that I need to do the ends, and I'll be back in just a sec. Alright, so I've been through my stash, and what I wanted to use were these little Tickle Pink Planning travel Primrose Girls to indicate that that was travelling. So I wanted to put one at the start of this, just to cover up the start of it if you like. So I'm going to use a big Primrose. I was going to use just the suitcase, but why not have her cover up the whole thing? Because she is gorgeous after all. And then it is continuing into the next week, as I said, so I don't need anything, but I might just use one of these little drops from Arabea, just this little pale grey one, I think. I'm going to use my tweezers just to end that little trip there. As I said, it's extending, but we'll just leave it there for now. And I have some more things I want to use in a moment. But first I want to do Easter. So Good Friday through till Easter Monday, I want to fill in with some skinny washi. And I think I want to use either these little dots. I do love these trees, but probably trees aren't appropriate. Oh, there's the rain. Hopefully it doesn't get too heavy. I might use the arrows, I think. So I'm just going to tear off a pretty big chunk because I haven't used it in a little while. So this first part is quite not sticky. So, okay. I'm just going to lift Primrose's head up a little bit, her little bunny ears. Actually, they're not bunny ears, are they? I think I put the glue right to the edge. Oh, yep, I got it. I just don't want to hurt her little ear. Maybe if I just tilt the page slightly. Yeah, that's got it. Okay. So, put that under there like so. And, oh, don't you hate that? Let's try that again. Okay. So that is Good Friday through to Easter Monday. Well, Sunday so far. And I'll just grab another little piece for Easter Monday. I'm just taking a bit of time because actually this washi is not very sticky at all. It's very old. I've had it since I first started planning. So I might just put a bit of glue on the back, just a little touch. Just to make sure it's going to stick at least a little bit. And I'll pop him down like so. Oh, see, that's coming up already. Just get on the end of it. Although I think I might put a little sticker down there just to end off the Easter break. And just try to tear this a little bit off here. I don't think I can actually. I think I'll cut it. Makes a bit more sense. Okay. So that's April coming together. Now I have a birthday for my best friend on the 10th. So I'm going to, I think I'll use the gift one for her birthday. Just put that in the corner here. Okay, that's good. Now I have a couple of other things. Where have I put my notes? Got my big pile of stickers here that I use for everything. If you've watched me, you've seen it plenty of times. We're going out to the comedy festival on Tuesday the 2nd, so I'm going to use this popcorn. We won't be having popcorn, but I think she looks like she's having a laugh. I'm going to put her there on the 2nd. Super cute. And then I'm going out with a friend for dinner on the 12th. That's been planned already. I'm just going to use a bow here on the 12th, I believe. Like so. Now, a couple of things to note. Oh, and I do want to just put my little... I'm going to use these. I think these are quite cool for that. I'll use the next grey colour. Just as the start of the Easter weekend. and then the end. So I didn't plan my holiday very well, did I? I'm back from holidays for one day at work and then I go the next day. But at least the flyer's not till the evening, so it won't be so dramatic. Now, also in this stash from before, I have these kind of cute little sugar loop dots. So there's a couple of things I want to note. One is that daylight savings time ends on the 7th. So I'm going to put that there. And I also want to mark April Fool's Day just for fun. So I hope no one plays a prank on me. I'm not ready. But I'll just use one of these pink ones for April Fool's Day. And I do have a friend's birthday here on the 24th, but I can't really fit it in, so I might just write it in tiny writing instead. Alright, so that's everything. I'm going to turn you off while I fill in with my pen. I'm going to use my Pigma. No, I'm going to use my Muji. I think I was talking about that before. I find my Muji pen to be the best for writing fine, writing small. So I'll do that for April and see how we go. I'll be back in just a sec. Okay, I'm back. I also want to put in Anzac Day on the 25th of April. I'm going to use orange, it seems appropriate for Anzac Day. I've already written, I'll just show you in a second, but I'll just put this in first. I've already written a vacation to Amsterdam here. Shall I just zoom you in a little? And I'll bring you up. So I've written in April Fools and the Comedy Festival, and then Daylight Savings Time's ending. Moana's birthday's there, and then I've just written in Good Friday, Easter Day, and Easter Monday, and then I've got Vacation to Amsterdam. I'm just going to write Anzac Day just here. And then I'm going to write in tiny writing here, Linda's B-Day. It's my friend's birthday. It's on the 24th as well. Now, I do want to write in, I might use this, oh, sorry about that. I might use the little balloons here to put on the 26th. Well, let me just check the date to be sure. I could be wrong. So one of the reasons for choosing this time of the year for my trip to Amsterdam is because I wanted to be there for King's Day, which is the national holiday in the Netherlands, and I'm just reading here on Wikipedia, marks the birth of King Willem-Alexander. So I was there quite a few years ago, 4 years ago I think, and happened to be there for King's Day accidentally, and it was the best fun. So I've coincided my trip with King's Day again this time, and I can't wait to celebrate. So I'll just put that in there with these cute little balloons, also from Tickle Pink Planning. So that's pretty much my spread, except for I've got this leftover kit from Tickle Pink Planning from last year, and I wanted to use something here just to denote Easter Day, so I'm going to use this little basket of eggs, and I'll put that actually on Easter Day to denote that. Alright, so that is my April spread. I'm very excited. So I have this gap here and this gap across here as well, and haven't decided what to do there yet. I do have a whole bunch of leftover kits and things that I could put things in there, but I might just see how the month unfolds. I might have, you know, pictures or quotes or things that I want to put in there, so I'm going to leave it for now and move on. I want to set up the first week of the month. And I've just gone with this pretty simple lettering here, if you can see. I'll just go over it now in pen so you can see it properly. I might use my O2, just a little bit thicker this time. And I didn't want to be too, I don't know, I don't want to go overkill on these headings and things because there will be a lot of text, I'm suspecting, on this page, on these kind of journaling pages. So I've just written April 1st to the 8th, which is already a mistake because it only goes to the 7th. Let me see if I can. Oh, what a dork. I actually had the 8th written there, so it's a mistake I made the other day. So I'll just see if I can. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to rub out the pencil marks because I think if I rub over the white out, it will make a mess. So 1st to the 7th. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to use the micron over that white out. Yeah, I probably can. 01 to 07. It tends to be quite finer when you write on the whiteout for some reason, so I've just gone over it a couple of times. So I'll just put the numbers in here. And as I said, I'm going to carry the pink Tombow through here. I think I will just highlight the day of the week box. I don't want to go over this micron now that I've written the dates in. So I'm thinking I could just do bars across here like so. So I'm going to do that. Again, not colouring in the whole thing. I just kind of want to do a swoosh. Let's see how we go. I'm totally not neat. But, you know, that's kind of the point, isn't it? Just to be a little bit messy. Alright, that's pretty simple. April Fool's Day going out, daylight savings ending. That's the only things happening in this week. But I'm not going to write them in. So I've got them in the month, but I don't want to put them in here as well because I want this to be more journaling. Also, the other thing I'm doing in here is I want to do rock your handwriting in here as well. If I can't come up with anything to journal that day, then I plan to do rock your handwriting. So let me just show you in case you don't know what that is. I've just screenshot the oh, I'm not sure you can see that on camera. Anyway, the rock your handwriting for April 2019, the first day is the story behind your name, and then your favourite celebratory meal, top 3 fears, and then drills and things like that. So I thought if I don't have something to journal about that day, then I will use one of the prompts from Rock Your Handwriting. Now I've just spotted this washi in my stash here. Let me just take some out so you can see it properly. It's kind of perfect for this spread. So I'm just going to put a little bit of it at the top of the page. Actually, I'm not going to use that one. I've just spotted another one that I'd like to use. I love this one. It's just got hello written on it with the little flowers as well. I think that's gorgeous. So I might just use a couple of those. Now, do I have the same problem with thickness? Given that it's white, I might be able to just go over the bit underneath the line. I think that's alright. Now, the purists out there will say, but you used silver foil on the previous page, you can't use gold foil here. Well, you know what? I totally can. Okay, I don't think I want to do anything else to this spread because I want to see how the week pans out. You know, I'm going to stick things in here, memorabilia and stuff in here as the week goes on. So I'm going to leave it as is, and I'm going to do the rest of the month while I'm here. So I'm going to turn you off because you don't want to see me do this. But I'll be back in just a sec. Okay, I'm back, and the light is seriously fading. So here's that week we've just done, and then the second week, 8th to the 14th, I'm going to use that washi that we had before that I did not end up using on the previous one. Just a little squidge of it, and I think I'm just going to line up with the top of the page, and if it goes into the date, that's okay. Yeah, but it's pretty see-through. Now this is the week with Good Friday in it, so I wanted to use this new washi from Tickled Pink Planning. I've used this in my personal planner for my April spread, and it's kind of a celebratory washi. It's their anniversary box washi, and it's primrose with some balloons, so I thought that would be very pretty on here. I'm going to use my cutter because I like the ends with that shape. I'll put this at the top here. Just some little bits to get us started with decoration for the week. And so I will do more decorating throughout the week as I get to it. And then the second last week I was going to use this fabulousness. I adore this washi. I think it's one of my all-time favorite washis. I think I got it from Washi Gang here in Australia. A little bit over the edge. Oh look, it's almost exactly the same colour as my Tombow. Oh, fabulous. And then for the last week, it's a little bit different. There's only 29th and 30th. Obviously left in April, but all that will fit on this page, just spread. Now I could put May here, but I've been through, and so the next spread is another monthly. So I've been through and checked, and there's enough weeks in here to do all of May in the next week. So I thought what I would use this for is some kind of review of the month, or else just photos and things and pretty die cuts. Perhaps I can put in some of these flowers that kind of go with the rest of the spread on this page. So I don't want to go overboard with the with doing each week twice, if you like this week twice. I don't want to repeat this week later. So anyway, in terms of washi, I was going to use this confetti one, I think. I really love this one, but it's a bit too much blue, I think, for what I'm going with. So I'm going to use the confetti washi. I'll just cut off that first bit because it's a bit dry. And I'll just use this right on the edge again. And I think we'll be done for the setup. What remains to be seen now is how I go ahead and use it each week, each day actually. I'm very excited to do so. Alright, so I'll do a little flip through of the final product so far. I mean, it's going to be a work in progress. I've got my little tip in for my mood tracker, which I think is super cute. And then I will decorate this page. Probably in another video, I think. I just kind of want to settle into this as it is for the first couple of days of the month, and then maybe next weekend I'll do some more. So here's my title page, and again I think it needs more stuff here, but I just adore that sticker. I've been wondering where to use this one. It's a double box but not divided, so it's kind of tricky to use if you don't have your columns stuck together normally. So it's quite a sedate opening page, I think, because it's all quite muted colours rather than the bright ones that we're going to see in a minute. So this mood tracker, I'm going to have to write mood tracker across the top here. and I will do that at some point. And then we'll be filling this out with all those crazy colours in the mood tracker here. That's going to be hilarious. Alright, so then we hit April, and I do love this spread. I love the colours in here. These pinks and turquoisey colours are my favourite colours. I used to wear pink and green socks as a kid to school when I was really young. Mismatched, of course, because why not? So yes, it's pretty simple how it is, not much to it. I mean, well, there is a lot to it, I guess, with all the flowers and things, but in terms of what I've filled out, I'm not putting meetings and things because this is purely personal. I don't want any work in here, except probably whinging about work in the journaling pages, I guess. But yeah, it's about the things that are happening in my life that are outside of that. So this is my first week, and as I said, I'll be writing in here, putting in pictures and things like that. When I travel, I'm going to take with me a little template. I don't have anything the right size here, but if you imagine a 4x6 photo and you chop it in half, you might get something that's about this size. So I kind of imagine, and that's what I want to do with my photos. I want to print them out on 4x6 probably, but 2 per page, or maybe 4 per page. I'm not sure, but whatever it will be, I'll take a little template like this with me of what the photo will look like, because I won't print them out on the run. I'll save them for when I come back, and I will sort of leave gaps where I know there's going to be photos, and then I can journal around those gaps. I think that's the way to go. Whether I take some stickers with me on the run, I probably will. I think I will take some stickers with me, but I will film all that in another video before I go. So anyway, that's the first week. The second week with this cute washi. I don't even know where I got that. Probably just at a Kaiser Craft or somewhere like that. And then my Easter week with the beautiful primrose washi. If you can see that, it's got the little silver foil in it. So they kind of all go together with that nice pink and turquoise kind of look. And then the week of the 22nd with this gold foiled, my favourite little diamond washi. And then of course the last week, which we just did with some confetti washi there at the top. So nothing too dramatic, as I said, in these until I start actually writing in them. I'm loving this spread. So I'm going to put my bookmark in the month that I'm in, and then I'll put the second bookmark in the week that we're in, which are virtually the same thing, of course, for now, but that's okay. That will change as time goes on. Now, in terms of the pen that I want to put in here, I'm pretty sure I want to use my Muji for everything, so it might just be the Muji. I'm really not a fan of this pen lib, I have to say. I find it a bit ugly, being black on this beautiful pink planner. What I had plans to do was put this gold pen in there, because we've got the gold foil on the front there, but this pen's too skinny. It's a very fat loop, so whether, you know, a mild liner would be better sized, but that would indicate that I'm always going to be sad. Is that what grey means? Let's find out. Yeah, grey is sad, so we don't want to do that. So I could go extreme and use my massive Kiki K multicolored pen, which could be fun to journal with, I guess. Having different colours in your spreads. That's not me, by the way, different colours of writing. I can't quite see myself doing that. But it fits nicely. That's always an option. But I just find it, I don't know, just a bit bulky. I'm half tempted to cut it off, to be perfectly honest. But I don't know if that would destroy how it looks. So stay tuned and see what I end up doing in there, I guess. Alright guys, thanks again for watching. I'm going to open it up on my April spread because it makes me very happy. Thanks again for coming along and putting up with my very long video. I'm super excited to do this creative journaling. Like I said, it's something that I've tried to get into a few times and I haven't quite found the right medium before. So I'm hoping this book style will help me. I think it should, because it's nice and sturdy, so for travel I think it'll be good. The TN would be great as well, but like I said, I think the sizes are just not right for me, the ones that I've got. I am very tempted to turn one of them into a social media planner like Ashley has done. So we'll see what happens. I just spotted this other little primrose bunny. She is going to go here on the Easter weekend. I am going to put her there. Why don't we do it now? This is what's going to happen. We might as well do it. I've said thanks for watching and now I'm going to go back, dive back in again. What a dork. I think she can sit right in the center of that weekend. She probably shouldn't. She probably should go to one side so that I can have all the journaling on one side. I just want to cover up that bit of Sunday there. Oh, look how cute she is. And I've got the primrose washi at the top as well. So yes, that's my Easter weekend. Okay, this is really it. I'm going to stop now. Thanks, guys. I will see you in a plan with me very, very soon. Okay, bye.